Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome to a new Rate the Super. We are looking at the base roster, total of 15 characters. I still have to play through story mode to unlock the 16th. But with that said, we're going to look and rate from a scale of 1 to 10 the supers. So with that said, for the first characters, we're going to start with a few and end with some of my personal favorite characters. So with that said, alright then. And let's go. I will say I love the soundtrack. The music is great in this game. If you like good rock, good guitar riffs, the soundtrack is superb. And the graphics and stuff are all great. Just some quickly, the basic stuff before I do Super, some of the basic specials. Love it. Though you have to be careful with the meter. Alright then, time to show off the Super. That is good. Honestly, look at that one more time. I think the effects are good. I like the explosion effects and everything. Overall, for a starter, that is great. I'm going to have to give her Super an 8 out of 10. It is a great, I think, starter. Now, for the next. I genuinely like her moveset. Now to show you her Super. Basically, burn the witch. I love the fire effect and everything about it. The timing, the explosion, everything is great. That's the big part. Pacing is good. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, time to change characters. Alright then. We'll stick with this stage, but we'll change the music. Here we go. Grappler, by the way, is pretty awesome. His super is awesome if you're a big fan of like classic fighting. Now let's show the special. Actually, I'm going to show the other one first. Pretty good. If you're a big fan of characters like Dante, as well as other classic antagonists, personally, this one's a little lower. It has good pacing overall. It lacks a little bit of the impact. I'm gonna give it about between a 6.5 and a 7 out of 10. But with that said, now for the other one. That is just pure awesome. The pacing and everything. Honestly, the pacing is great in this. The effects, the impact, the finisher. It gets a 9 out of 10 for me personally. And with that said, we're gonna go back to character select for the next two. We're gonna go to two different shooters. Personally, I do like the red on him. He reminds me of characters from Trigun.
비쌀 텐데 괜찮겠나?
Now to check this out. Watch this one. I'm gonna be honest, the pacing, the impact, everything about the super is amazing. And it really does remind me of Trigun. Admittedly, my biased nostalgia. Personally, I have to give that a 9.5 out of 10. Almost a perfect super in my opinion. However, with that said, But watch this one.
Have a good time.
I mean, the effects, the explosion, the sarcasm, and everything about that I love. Millie Bass, right now this is easily in my top 5 characters in the game.
이건 몰랐을 거다. Have a good time.
I love this part. Honestly, for me, even though I want to give it 10 out of 10, I can't give it really above a 9, though I love it completely. But overall, with that said, onward to the next one. For the next one, gonna have to go to a couple of my personal so far favorites in the game.
한수 가르침 부탁드립니다.
And I love this one design, the Dragon Eye, because she reminds me so much of Zoe from Grand Blue. Arguably my 2 favorite female characters in the game right here. Though don't get me wrong, I also love the ninja. And I love the impact of her moves. And I like she has an unapologetic Ryu attack. But with that said, the impact of that is amazing. Honestly, I'm gonna have to give her super... I have to give hers, honestly, a 9.5, just shy of a perfect 10 out of 10. Now for the next one. Here we go. I'm sorry her super gets a perfect 10 out of 10. It is so good. And it reminds me a lot of Grand super. That is just awesome. And the music really also helps. Onward to the next.
명령을 내려주세요. 주군. 너도 내 인형이 되고 싶어?
The little girl may not look like a threat, but of course we've learned from fighting games to never underestimate the little girls in a fighting game. Here we go. I don't care what game it is, I will always love ninjas. It's good to have projectiles from the air. But with that said, her super is awesome. Great impact. Overall, the speed is awesome. Honestly, with the fire effects and everything, and that final blow, I'm probably gonna have to give hers a 9 out of 10. The supers in this game genuinely are awesome. But now for the other one. Wait for this.
슬슬 질려버렸어. 청소 시간.
Honestly, I have to give hers also a 9 out of 10. It is a solid. And I like how it shows her manipulate and control the bear like a puppet.
차크라에 집중.
Now we go for the cool night.
원한다면 날 뛰어주지.
Trust me, of characters I was not expecting to like in the game, Crusader ended up a surprise one I genuinely like. This is a really good one. Also, sadly not as good as others. Honestly, I give his probably a 7 out of 10. Yeah, actually I'll give it about 6.5. It's good, but not as good as some of theirs. And if you want to defend yourself close range, this is a good one right here. Time it just right. But his super. Showing alchemy. Honestly, I have to give his probably an 8.5 out of 10. It definitely has, I like the particle effects and definitely has a good impact for the finisher. But with that said, now we get to the last few. So with that said, next up, this character reminds me a lot of a certain character from Yu Yu Hakusho. And if you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you know who I'm talking about. A certain Solen shinobi with the power of wind. Ghostblade is definitely one of the coolest design characters in the game, in my opinion. And this guy's super with the win is actually just ahead of time. Spoiler alert, has a perfect score. But I'm going to show you the other first. And he reminds me a lot of Virgil. Gets a 9 out of 10. The pacing is good overall. And the way it adds specifically his abilities is great. But the final, like, the impact isn't quite as hard as some of the other supers. There we go. And yeah, I love his win abilities. But now, watch his super. Now you certainly understand why it's my personal favorite super in the game. It has great impact, just overall showing off his abilities, and everything has perfect pacing. But with that said, final character, my second favorite super in the game. And here we go, the final super. Berserker super is awesome. Up until I saw the Wind super, this was my personal favorite super in the game. I give this one probably a 10 out of 10 as well. Arguably I like this character because he's kind of edgy, and I have a weakness for edgy characters. And he reminds me a lot of Nightmare. And here it is. It genuinely reminds me of PA using Dragon of the Darkness Flame and Yu Yu Hakusho, specifically from the Dark Tournament. I mean, the impact of this is great. So good. And that's it for this edition of Rate the Super. Let me know your thoughts. Which is your personal favorite super in the game, and who is your favorite character in the game? With that said, I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.